joy, what a lovely sight, when my game is a big sensation.
The Arvada Center's spring production of the musical Chess takes audiences around the world with its tale of Cold War power struggles.
It's kind of a cult classic because the music is so fantastic, but the book leaves so many questions.
There have been many versions. The original 1986 British version met with success, but American attempts didn't fare so well, says director Rod Lansbury.
Matter of fact, most people thought it kind of was a flop.
So what our job is to make this a good book and make this a better story for everybody to understand.
I've been working literally with 5 different versions, from concert versions to full stage productions, and using bits and elements to combine hopefully what we feel will be, again, the strongest version that anybody's been able to see yet.
And I think we've really done it. I'm, on the first day of rehearsal here, really proud to go into this.
By the time the actors arrived for rehearsals, the production was well on its way.
You'll have a lot more railings and stuff added into here, but we will use every element of this area. Just get used to the fact that when we start staging, there's a follow spot here and there.
Lighting plays a big part in the scenic design. We've got a lot of truss work that's built in around the rectangular idea and the square idea of the chessboard. And the truss work will hold a lot of lighting, so it's got sort of a rock and roll concert-esque feel, so it does play a rather big part.
The main chess game will occur here, and this does rotate, and it'll be used in various parts during the game. It's never used any other time in the show.
Chess was originally centered around the Cold War era and the famed 1972 chess rivalry between the United States and Russia. The Arvada Center's production updates it a bit.
Rod is setting it in kind of an ambiguous time period so that we don't get so caught up in the Cold War and we don't get so caught up in the history that is really, especially in my generation, not a lot of the Cold War was taught in schools.
Chess pits spoiled American player Freddie against proper Russian player Anatoly, and adds a twist of romance, as Florence starts out as Freddie's lover, but falls in love with Anatoly.
All of these characters are quite selfish, but we love them anyway. We fight for them.
And how the cracks begin to show, never make a promise of land, take a little love where you can, nobody's on nobody's side.
And all the main characters have their own musical style, polished to perfection during rehearsals.
Beautiful.
We've taken the orchestration and we've pared it down, and we're calling it, in musical terms, a chamber musical. So instead of this huge orchestration that kind of gets in the way, in my opinion, a little bit, we are literally having a rock band and a string quartet on stage. And the way I kind of have it in my mind is when it's the American singing or when there's an American influence in the story, it's a rock and roll song. And it's lots of guitar, electric bass, lots of fun keyboards. When it's European influenced, then it's a string quartet. And very classical and staying true to that classical form of music. The thing that's interesting about Florence, she's caught between the two. So I'm giving her a sense of acoustic guitar and influences of the American and influences of the Russian when she is being influenced by these characters.
As a teenager, I was geeking out over this music, and to actually play this part and tell this story through this gorgeous music it's really a gift.
Everybody is kind of manipulating each other just like you would a chess piece, and it's a game, and it's kind of ruthless at times, and the music really does achieve a great undertone for it.
of the best there is, but all they want is a show. Well, that's alright, I'll be glad to oblige. SRO.
Chess runs through April 15th at the Arvada Center. For tickets and information, call the box office at 720-898-7200 or go online to arvadacenter.org.